I left the gate a little open while I was on the duck side doing work. They're like, they want to go outside and see what's going on out there. One of these chickens needs to be picked up and checked out and creamed. She's got a little bald spot on her butt. It's been there for quite some time, and her butt's looking dirty. And I'm sure we picked her up and trimmed her butt, but she needs creamed on her backside. Well, I think everybody knows chickens don't really like snow. Everybody that has a chicken knows chickens don't like snow. They won't stay out long. Yeah, those roosters are going at it. It's muddy. Getting the last piece of burlap off my sage. Off the lavender. This is the one I want to get out. It was frozen yesterday. So I've looked at my lavender around the yard. And this one probably looks just a tiny bit better, and it was transplanted in late fall when I got the shrubs. So that's why I extra protected it. Let's see, this is the best one still. This one just really, it has enough protection somehow to be, you know, still beautiful. I don't know if the other one will be that way next year. We'll see. I need to get a couple bags of mulch for these pathways because they're, you know, the thaw is making them muddy. My mulch was 2 years ago and it's disintegrating. To some degree, I gotta let these young roosters fight it out some. Sometimes they're doing it for entertainment, for, you know, they're gaming. They're playing a game with each other. I just don't want bloody roosters. But it's not Rusty's fault. They just all like to fight with Rusty, and Rusty's good at it. So it would be the older roosters playing with the young roosters. You know, I'm a peaceful person. It's, you know, sometimes hard for me to take. But to some degree, I'm going to let it be what it is. I have the fence open a little bit. So they have further to run if they don't want to fight. And the ducks can get away from it. And I do see them use the houses for protection if they just want to get out of the mix. All the heats are off because it's above freezing. We're thawing out out there. So that's nice. I love it in the wintertime when I can just turn everything off. Greenhouse still has a heater on. I'll try to keep it 50-ish. And with the temperatures today, it's 37. It doesn't take much to keep that at 50. It's a little heater, it's a little greenhouse, it works out. We had somebody in our yard last night who was lost. Like, not just lost, but lost in her mind. She was in our yard and it was cold out. And she wasn't walking very well. Like her body wasn't functioning well. And she was asking for help. She was yelling for help when we were doing birds. And then, so I went to look for her car because she pointed that she thinks it might be over there. So I went to the other side of the property. And while Rick was with her, he found out that she had had a stroke. So yeah, that explains why she wasn't highly mobile. And was lost, not only in my yard, but in her brain a little bit. So we got her Google mapped. She knew her address. We got her Google mapped on her phone to where she needed to go. We found her car. It was on the parking lot side of the property next to the big building. It took a while. It took a while to sort all that out and to get enough information and to get her back to her car and to get the map set up on, you know, a strange phone. We don't know her phone. The phones are similar, but they're not the same. So she was able to help us figure out her phone to get the Google map up, and she knew her address. And she had her car, and so anyway, I wish I'd have got her number, because it was one of those situations where it was like, call me when you get home. Let me know you're okay. And now it's the next day. I don't know if she's okay. So I put some cream on my chicken's backside. It's green goo. You know, it's a backyard gardener making salve. And it's healthy and all natural. And my bald chicken, I used it a lot on her before her feathers grew back. And her feathers grew back nicely. You can't even really tell her from another chicken. But that other one still has the bare butt. I checked her backside, her vent. And although her feathers look really dirty around her vent, it's probably staining. Staining from, you know, a bad moment that she had. There's nothing wrong, to my point. There's nothing wrong with her vent area or her feathers around the vent. There's sometimes that when the chickens have digestive problems, they'll get like a little ball of poop stuck in their feathers and it grows. And you have to cut it off. We didn't get our water dumped last night because we got busy with sorting out. You know, honestly, I feel like God let her to us, that we were the ones that were supposed to help her. God works in ways that, you know, we don't know, we can't see, but he works. So I'm confident she is with her family and fine. Life is good. I'm really happy with the way this area turned out. This is new. I enlarged this garden, making it fatter, more depth, adding grasses, which I really didn't have any of. So grasses, and then this year I'll add more evergreen interest. Finish this one. I mean, it doesn't need much. Really. This one, although it was fairly perfect, I'm gonna probably pull it out and stretch the plants out more. The rosemary back in the corner survived. That was a transplant from the front border. Other than that, everything looks pretty gone. Looks like some one onion here trying to hang on. Some garlic. I see some mint. There's a little bit of mint. Oh. It's a brassica. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buds opening on this flower. Usually there's 4. And it's usually an even number, so now that I have 5, I'm thinking we're probably going to get 6 before it's finished. That's just beautiful. Fun. Wonder if we can see the next bud coming out. It should be coming out right here. I don't see it.